Hi, I'm Andre Faust. In the past, I have always chosen to fly my drones manually, which is my comfort zone. I have recently embarked on a project that requires a consistent flight path, which I cannot do manually with 100% accuracy. Consequently, to achieve this type of accuracy, I have to use the drone's waypoint technology. So you may ask, what is a waypoint? The history of waypoints goes back to the sailing ships where the vessel's captains wanted to follow the same course each and every time. They would manually plot out their course on a chart, and at a specific points they would include the compass directions, their longitudes and latitudes, so that on subsequent voyages they could follow the same route. Well, with the advent of the Global Positioning System, GPS, captains, airplane pilots, and now drone pilots have the luxury of plotting these points on a map and let the craft's onboard computers precisely follow the planned course via waypoints at any time, assuming that they've saved their waypoints. Now, this video is not intended as a tutorial to how to set up waypoints. Instead, I will be describing the basic concept of waypoints and the limitations with just setting up the basics. As I resolve these problems, I will be discussing the resolution in the future videos. I am going through a learning curve since this is my first time using waypoints for drone navigation, so it is important that I know the basics before getting into some of the advanced applications. So you can see I have 5 waypoints set up. Those are indicated in the blues and there's numbers onto them. That's going to be my flight path. That was pre-planned. I didn't do that one on site, but I could have done it on site. So right now I'm leaving my home point and heading towards waypoint 1. You see that quick pan? That's because the drone was pointing towards the south, and of course it had to turn quite abruptly. So we're arriving at waypoint 1, and now from 1 it's going to go to 2. Again, it was a sharp turn. It was the way that I had my waypoints set up, and I think I can smoothen that up. I think I know how to do it. So right now we're looking at the walking bridge, Hargrove Court, the old Barker's Point Bridge, and Charles Avenue. Now keep in mind that the drone is moving. Even though it's panning, it's also moving. So we're at waypoint 2, and we're getting ready to head towards waypoint 3, and now we're on our way to waypoint 3. Like this is totally automation. I'm not doing anything with my controls except holding the controller and looking at my screen. I should have been looking out for pigeons, which you'll see in a few moments. So now I'm on my way to waypoint 4, and what you're seeing right there is the Devon lumber mill. And now this is the final run to waypoint 5. And then once it gets there, the drone's going to do a 180 and face the direction that it originally took off from. There it is, and now it's on its way for a descent. Of course, for the brevity of this video, I didn't show the complete descent, just only partial. Somewhere there's going to be a pigeon or something that's going to come flashing across my screen. Yeah, there they are. Goddamn pigeons. They were very curious of the drone. So, okay, now my second lap is going to be the same path that I used when I first started. We've seen the quick chart. There are the buildings, the quick turn. Everything's identical. The walking bridge, Hargrove Court, Charles Avenue, the old Barker's Point Bridge, the sewage treatment plant, and you see the Devon Mill, and you get a glimpse, well, you can see the York Arena. So it's back now, almost over its home spot. That was just a check. Now on this flight here, I'm not using my waypoints. I'm flying everything manually. Yeah, everything is being done manually here. So I'm doing a slow starboard pan, and I'm going to be accelerating forward there shortly. Just kind of looking around. There's the York Arena once again. There's those pigeons again. Curse those pigeons. There's a good shot of the York Arena. I had good times there when I was a child. But those days, I guess childhood days you never get back. So right now, it looked like it wasn't moving. That's because I had it on a tripod mode, and then I changed the mode to get some speed. So there's a port side turn, and damn pigeons. One thing I was surprised was that the drone's auto sensors did pick up the pigeons and did an immediate braking. Otherwise, I would have had a collision with them. That's the way life kind of goes. Look at those suckers. You'll see the one's going to be really come real close. I think it's on this frame, or it's in one of the frames. He's going to come from the left-hand side of the screen, and you'll almost see a lot of detail. So, again, I'm flying manually, so it is a lot smoother. We just passed the walking bridge. There's the Bill Thorpe walking bridge. Fredericton in the background. The new apartments or condos, if the tenants only seen when those were built how cheap they were done, but they're paying big prices. So that kind of sums up this flight that I did just using waypoints. Like I said, I didn't do anything fancy. Everything was pre-adjusted. The distances, the height, that was all pre-done. On another trial, I'm going to be changing that around. I'm going to be doing things like change of elevation, picking a point of interest, and making some tweaks to get a smoother footage, or at least that's what the goal is. So, to sum up why I make this emphasis and why I'm showing my learning curve is that when you're trying something new, you don't try to right away try to do the advanced stuff. You got to know your software. You've got to know what the application is going to do. You've got to be really comfortable with the controls on your console, because let's face it, when shit hits the fan and you've got to make quick decisions, it's no time to get philosophical about what to do, because chances are it'll throw you in a panic and you'll lose your drone. Having said that, I always end on a good note. This is Andre. Till next time, take care, stay well, and be safe.